big news with the highest valued franchise in the world at $10+ billion. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, and the most popular, obviously, Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, obviously CeeDee Lamb, kind of the motor that gets that offense going, over 180 targets last year. Jerry Jones has made some comments. Hey, he's not missed. He is missed. We don't have necessarily a sense of urgency to get this deal done. I think we all expect the deal to be done at some point before the season. But what's your take on what's going on out there in Dallas right now with CD? And obviously, Dak, you talked about the leverage that he has. And then we know Micah's down the road as well.
So look, I want to start by saying I have a lot of respect for Jerry Jones. He's a brilliant businessman. He has been very significant in the unimaginable growth in marketing and popularity of the National Football League since he has been a part of it, and he is one of the very few owners who are enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and he deserves to be. He bought the Dallas Cowboys in 1989 for $140 million. They're now worth, as we saw yesterday, over $10 billion, which renders what I'm about to say hard to understand, but it is true. They are cheap. They are a cheap franchise. Their cash spending every single season, look this up, text my boy Hembo and have him send you the numbers. Every year, their total cash outlay in players is the lowest in the NFL. It was the lowest last year, the lowest this year, and projects to be the lowest next year. They don't spend money. Jerry gets into these poker games by trying not to spend money on players, and he loses every single time. He desperately needs a different game. He needs to try gin rummy or some other card game because he's not good at poker. It goes all the way back to Emmitt Smith. He got his clock cleaned in that negotiation. It goes back to him chasing Zeke Elliott down to Cabo. It goes back to the way he has mishandled Dak into Dak becoming, at some point soon, the richest football player that ever walked the face of planet Earth. He should have signed CeeDee Lamb a year ago at this time, and he could have signed him for $25 million a year. Instead, now he's not going to get him for $35 million a year. He mishandles these situations regularly. And so those are just facts. I don't say them disrespectfully because he is someone I have a lot of respect for. But those are all facts. He has mishandled many situations like this one, and they always wind up costing him money. Of course, CeeDee Lamb will eventually be there. Without him, their offense, it would be like Kevin Clark said on my show the other day, they're like the University of Iowa offensively without CeeDee Lamb. That's how bad their offense would be. Of course they need him.
Clark
of
better
course
watch
he'll be there. But it will cost them so much more than it needed to. He has completely mishandled this situation.
Can't have the Dallas Cowboys becoming a team that's unwatchable, okay, which is what he just basically said right there.
I mean, I think Jared'd be okay with not paying CeeDee Lamb and still, winning 10 games this year, winning the division. I think he'd be okay with that.
Do you think they win 10 games without CeeDee Lamb this year?
No, I'm just
we're talking about Iowa
comparison.
Iowa. He's an Iowa fan, so you buried Iowa there.
Yeah.
We had to get
I see what you mean. No, listen, Iowa wins a lot of football games. I'm not knocking it. But it's not scintillating to watch, right? We all understand offensively they're not the greatest show on
for the
turf.
purists, for the football
football lovers,
for the football purists.